Thanks very much, Kritsween. Now, it's been quite a crushing loss for the Congress in particular and I.N.D.I.A in general in the three state elections that just declared the results this Sunday. An electoral loss naturally is not easy to digest, but it seems that members of I.N.D.I.A have taken it particularly hard. Normal people would engage in introspection after a failure and a possible overhaul. But no, these worthies decided instead to turn on the voters and the entire voting process. The result? The mother of all meltdowns. From blaming EVMs to saying that vote share showed that actually the Congress had won, to blaming each other for the dismal performance and the ultimate masterstroke for any political formation. Tell the voter that he is an idiot. That's right. When you lose an election, what's the best thing to do? You go back and tell the voter that there's nothing wrong in me. There's nothing wrong with my campaign or the promises that I made. The problem is with you, you imbecilic, bigoted, Gomutra drinking primitive. So far, it was being said in hushed tones by proxies of the India parties online. But today, DMK MP Senthil Kumar decided to say it out loud inside Parliament and put an end to these basic courtesies altogether. The comment has since been expunged, but here is the gist of what Mr. Senthil Kumar said. He declared inside Parliament that the BJP is able to win elections only in the Indian heartland, the Hindi-speaking states, because their results in the south states like Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Kerala are a zero. And then he went on to declare that the states of the kind that vote for BJP are generally called by them as Gaumutra States. The amazing thing is that such is the level of derision that is naturalized in people like Mr. Senthil Kumar that he didn't even pause or flinch while making an outright racist and pejorative statement. It's only later, when he faced backlash and his comment was expunged from the Parliament record, that he even bothered to offer an explanation, but not quite. Listen.
No, there was no controversy. There's no statement such as that, and it's not something like after Sanand and this thing. See, I made some statement inside the house, and during when I made that statement, there was a chairperson in the chat. There were the Home Minister was there in the house. Maybe I will try to avoid it next time, and I will try to use some other words to mention what I really meant to say, that where the BJP is strong in getting their votes and these things. So that is what is the dangerous thing.
But here's the thing. That so-called clarification actually reiterates that the DMK MP thinks there's nothing wrong or controversial in what he said. Because in their head, it's okay. It's perfectly fine to call people from North India Gomutra drinkers or bhaiyas or pani puri sellers. And just by the way, for anyone making excuses for member of the DMK, MDMK's Vaiko actually came out and supported him.
Senthil Kumar in the House has said that BJP can win only in the Hindi heartland, where the states where the Gomutra states are there.
I agree with him. Yes, he is correct.
कांग्रेस सबको साथ लेके चलने में विश्वास करती है. कांग्रेस सब धर्मों को साथ लेके चलने में विश्वास करती है. इसलिए उनकी अपनी राजनीति है. हमारी कांग्रेस पार्टी की अपनी अलग सोच है. हमारा सोच है कि समाज के सब लोगों को साथ लेके चले.
The DMK MP has only vented his frustration about the India bloc's defeat.
By the way, it's exactly this kind of scorn and divisiveness that the Prime Minister today also called out, warning that the next few months will only exacerbate the meltdown of I.N.D.I.A parties. This, he said, would make them ramp up their divisive agenda. Be that as it may, the big question at this point really are, have the parties in I.N.D.I.A lost the plot after losing elections? Have they decided now that they will direct their anger and scorn at the voter, and for what? Because they decided to vote for the BJP and Narendra Modi. And finally, you can blame the Prime Minister, blame the EVM, even blame the voter. But can you maybe spare a little bit of the blame and the responsibility for yourself, your strategy, your statements, and your campaign? Joining us on the debate, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Tushar Gupta, senior editor Swaraj, Jagdishwaran, political analyst, Dr. Naval Kishore, national spokesperson of the RJD, Kamar Zaman Chaudhary, political analyst, IP Singh, spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. But my first question is to Mr. Saravanan, spokesperson of the DMK. Is this, Mr. Saravanan, the divisive agenda that the Prime Minister today spoke about, and the meltdown which he said is only going to get better or worse, whichever way you look at it?
Divisive agenda is the followed by the BJP, and that is what they are very well doing. They can, no others, anybody else is not into this divisive agenda. The Prime Minister should have been little more gracious in his victory. See, if you look at whatever, it's not as though every other party is outright rejected and it is only the BJP which is there, which has got 90% of the votes and everybody are obliterated.
Sir, we will talk about your vote wisdom in just a second, the vote share wisdom. I have a simple question to ask you. What are Gomutra States? What are Gomutra States?
No, see, there's no point in...
Is Mizoram a Gomutra state?
No, Padmaja,
is Uttar Pradesh a Gomutra state? What about Maharashtra? Is it a midway Gomutra state?
Why are you so elated talking about it? The person who said...
No, because your MP said it inside Parliament.
He has apologized. So why do you want to keep speaking?
He hasn't actually. He hasn't apologized.
He has apologized.
You know what he said? He said, even in the statement that he gave outside of the Parliament, he said, if somebody felt bad, then I am sorry, and there is nothing controversial about it because I've said it many times.
Yes, we are not talking about what you are showing. We are talking about the statement issued by one of our leaders, Mr. R.S. Bharati. He said that our Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has spoken to Mr. Senthil Kumar and condemned him for his speech, and he has withdrawn. He said he has apologized. He has put out a tweet. So please have a look at that.
In which case you agree what he did was wrong?
No, see, he has
You agree what he did was wrong?
No, he has apologized.
So if what he did was wrong, why does he continue to represent the DMK? Would you be okay if there was a member of parliament who used pejorative terms against people from Tamil Nadu?
See, Padmaja, that's what I'm saying. The BJP have a masterclass in this. Using spewing hate, speaking everything against the other communities. The BJPs have perfected this. And please don't let the BJP not give us gyan on divisive agenda or
Sir,
on
this
hate
is not
speech.
about the BJP, frankly. What has been said is
so
about
when
the
you- see,
voters.
that's what, Padmaja, when
You
you
want to
speak of
attack the
divisiveness,
BJP, you
when
want
you
to
speak
call them
about
whatever name.
divisiveness,
Nobody
you
has a
cannot
problem.
have a
That's what
conversation.
politics is about.
No,
You have no right to go out and abuse the people of the country. They will vote for whoever the hell they want.
Padmaja, that's what. Let me say. We cannot keep out the BJP when we speak about divisiveness and hate. We have a minister who became a minister because he said Goli Maro Salonka. And the way they have gone
Sir,
on.
you have leaders who call people from North India Pani Puri sellers. Pani Puri sellers. Now we're supposed to be Gomutra drinkers. And not to forget that the religion of people of India has been likened to everything from malaria to dengue to HIV to a sickness.
The union minister who said Godse is a worthy son of the soil. He's a union
Let
minister.
me get in Tejaswi Surya, member of parliament from Bengaluru South as well. Tejaswi Surya, first of all, how do you feel being elected to parliament from a state which, going by the definition of the DMK, is not a Gomutra drinking state?
Padmaja, what the DMK and the DMK's MP spoke today in the parliament is only reflective of the divisive Dravidianist agenda that the DMK, the Periyarist movement, has been spewing for a very, very long time. There is nothing new and nothing surprising about it. If you have a look at the kind of statements that the DMK has issued, not today, but since time immemorial, it has always been against the unity, integrity of the country, starting from E.V.R. Ramaswamy Naikar himself, who demanded balkanization of India, who demanded an independent statehood, nationhood for Tamil Nadu, whose legacy has continued in the form of, in the likes of A. Raja, Udaynidhi Stalin and Senthil Kumar. The hatred that they have towards Sanatan Dharma, towards Bharat, towards the Hindu religion is something that the world is seeing today thanks to social media and, you know, Hindi and English language media picking up their statements. But this has always been their true nature. They are for balkanization of India. They are the original Tukde gangs of the country. And what Senthil Kumar has done today is a display absolute arrogance and insensitivity towards rest of the country, the rest of the electorate, just because they have made a particular electoral choice. Second, by using Gomutra as a jibe, they have again displayed their contempt and hatred towards Sanatan Dharma and Hindu Dharma, which they themselves have admitted and have likened to HIV, AIDS, dengue, and have taken oath to, have come forward to eradicate it. The DMK stands for balkanization of India. They stand for eradicating Sanatan Dharma by their own admission. And again, they have proved that there is nothing that they can offer in terms of constructive vision or progressive agenda. But Padmaja, the point here is not just what the DMK has said. The point is, there is an adage in English which goes, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. The Congress is to be asked today because the DMK is the Congress's best friend. What are you doing with friends like these?
No, Congress is
Your
saying
friend
we respect
has
everyone.
cost you elections in
Today, all
Chhattisgarh,
members
Rajasthan,
of Parliament of
and
the Congress, Rajiv Shukla, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, they said we don't agree with this. We respect cows, we respect Sanatan Dharma, we respect everything. They are distancing themselves.
Mr. Tejaswi Surya, also let me answer.
If they do so, then they must kick the DMK out of the India alliance if they really want to walk the talk. They said the same thing. They said the same thing when Udaynidhi Stalin said he wants to eradicate Sanatan Dharma. They said the same thing when A. Raja said that he likened Hindu Dharma to dengue, malaria, HIV and AIDS. This allowing the DMK to walk the way they want, talk the way they want, and also wanting to keep the distance will not hold good. The Congress, if they are really concerned, if they are really serious, and if they really respect the sentiments of the people of India, must kick the DMK out of this goddamn India alliance if at all they have any ounce of respect left for this nation, the integrity of this country, and the respect for the people of this land.
Okay, Mr.
The
Sadanan
Congress
very
party has
wants to
neither
interject.
been
It's wanton
magnanimous
disregard,
in victory nor graceful in defeat.
wanton disregard for the sentiments of an entire population, sir.
Yes, Padmaja. See, the biggest joke is here. Mr. Tejaswi Surya coming and speaking on hate speech. The Twitter blocked his tweet on a request from the union government,
Sir,
and he
on the topic.
offered unconditional
topic,
apology
sir.
for what he
You
spoke.
have got
That is
many,
one thing.
many luminaries in your
Let me
ranks
come to the point.
who have
Let me come
spoken
to the
about
point, Padmaja.
Sanatan Dharma,
Padmaja, you
who
don't
have
to
spoken
defend
about
it. Allow
people
me to
of
speak.
North India, and not a finger has been moved against them. Why?
You listen to him. Why are you not listening to me? Listen to me. You invited me to the show. Allow me to speak. See, 1999, Periyar was still there. If we were having the same ideology, we were speaking the same things. Mr. A. Raja was a minister in Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government in 1999 to 2004. Then when you wanted votes, when you did not have votes, you wanted the DMK to support you. You wanted to enjoy power at the expense of the DMK's support. Now, suddenly DMK has become this party or that party. Periyar died in 1971. So, is this how the true nature, the dual tone of the BJP is for all of us to see? The BJP is here playing communal politics, divisive agenda. They cannot do anything for the welfare of the common man to mask their utter failure in governance. They always take up these emotional issues. For them, it is only religion. It is not about governance.
Okay, this is a divisive agenda of the BJP, Tejaswi Surya. He said it in good faith. He just spoke what was on his mind. And now he's apologized, Tejaswi Surya.
So nice of him. He must be awarded, he must be rewarded, and tomorrow he must be paraded all across the streets and garlanded because he called the majority of this country's population, all of the people in the north, all states up the Vindhyas as people belonging to Gaumutra States. Is this what the gentleman is saying, that he must be rewarded? Padmaja, let me tell you again,
What did they
the
do to you?
DMK
What did they do
is
to
the
you?
mask that the Congress party is wearing, the Indi alliance is wearing. My question is to the Congress party. I don't care about the DMK. We all know about the DMK and their allegiance to this country, to the nation, to the dharma of this land. We know that they are a group of people who have been advocating balkanization of India. This is known. What should be asked is to the Congress party, what are you doing with elements of this kind? You did not take action when Udaynidhi Stalin spoke of eradicating Sanatan Dharma. You did not walk out of the alliance. You did not throw them out of the alliance when A. Raja likened Sanatan Dharma to HIV and dengue. You are not taking action today when majority of the people of this country have been insulted by in such language that is unparliamentary. Even now you are not taking action. Do you think the people of the country will be okay with this kind of double standards?
Mr.
That
Kamar
people
Zaman
will not
Chaudhary,
see
a man
through
is
this
known
kind
by
of
the company he keeps.
politics?
The three-state results show the outcome of the Sanatan comments by Udaynidhi Stalin. And now you have your dear friends come out and deride an entire population as Gaumutra States. DMK doesn't have to fight election in Uttar Pradesh. But my friend, when you go to people in UP, in Bihar, in West Bengal, your state, Mr. Chaudhary, they will ask you, we drink Gomutra. Please go to Tamil Nadu and fight elections. What will you do?
Well, Padmaja, please allow me 1 minute to explain my position and hopefully my party's position also. Basically, today's statement by Senthil on the floor of the House is unwarranted, baseless, indefensible, unjustified and unfounded. That's all I can say about it. Because the more we try and criticize the majority's faith, the more we are falling into the trap of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We must be very much careful in whatever we are uttering out here. More than 40% people from the same Hindi belt states, rather I will call it that way, have supported the Congress party and have faith in us from 2018 till 2023. We have no doubt about it and we are very thankful for them. But then we are fighting a very tough battle against the fascist forces, and we know we should learn that mechanism on how to put the Narendra Modi government on the mat. There are lots of issues that can be questioned, that can be brought out into the streets, that can be brought out into the people's...
Through the entire 6 months where the Sanatan slander controversy raged, not a word from the Congress top leadership, not from Mr. Gandhi, not from Mrs. Gandhi Vadra, not from Mrs. Sonia Gandhi either, not one word of condemnation. People don't forget, Mr. Chaudhary, people do not forget.
Padmaja, may I please come in? You know, you have got a very skewed, myopic view on the entire events that are taking place in India right now. When Ramesh Biduri addressed Danish Ali as a terrorist, as a katua, then did I hear a murmur of condemnation from any of the top BJP leadership?
Okay.
No, because that comment satisfied the majority of this country in the appeasement politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We as a congressman, as an Indian citizen, believe in equality for all.
Okay, Tejaswi Surya, hate begets hate. Nobody has, twitches an eyelid when Ramesh Biduri makes comments inside the Lok Sabha, but suddenly Senthil Kumar becomes an object of outrage. Why? Hate begets hate.
One, it is wrong to say that in Ramesh Biduri's case, the party at the very highest level did not take action. At the very highest level, there was condemnation, show cause notice was issued, he was summoned, and the party's national president, who is the highest authority, condemned it and has instructed him to not speak that kind of language ever again. The BJP walks its talk.
Same thing.
And what Ramesh Biduri did was, though it was wrong, though it was unpardonable, was against an individual. But what Senthil Kumar has done today is serial offense, is a repeat offense, because it is only displaying the mindset of the DMK, the mindset of the India alliance repeatedly. It is a slur against all the states, the north of the Vindhyas. It is every state that votes for the BJP.
Okay.
This is a display of contempt towards not only Sanatan Dharma, but also displays the inherent balkanist agenda of the DMK and the India alliance.
Yeah.
This is the truth. The
And that
Congress
must be
party,
answered by
if at
each
all,
member of the alliance.
it
Tejaswi
means
Surya,
any
thanks very much
allegiance
for
to the
joining us. Let me bring in Sanju Verma and the Samajwadi Party as well. And maybe it's time. It's time that all political parties, Sanju Verma, decided to categorize which are the Gomutra states and which are not. A brief categorization today was done by Senthil Kumar, where he said, oh, look, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra, all of these states, no presence of the BJP. So they are Gomutra Mukt. They are Gomukta, apparently. The rest are Gomutra.
Padmaja, you have a great sense of humor. But coming to the seriousness and the gravitas of this entire issue, because this is not something which can be taken lightheartedly, I just want to first make one thing very clear. There is no north-south divide when it comes to electoral politics. And let me be very clear to everybody who's trying to peddle a narrative to the contrary. BJP has the highest number of MPs in the Lok Sabha from southern India at 29. The tally of the Congress stands at 27. So first and foremost, to say that the BJP is present only north of the Vindhyas and not south of the Vindhyas, BJP has a presence in only so-called Gaumutra states, that's utter rubbish. Because if that were true, how do you explain the fact that the BJP has 29 members of parliament in the Lok Sabha? Point number one. Point number two, I went to the handle of Dr. Senthil Kumar. First and foremost, having this prefix of doctor does not suit him, because a certain amount of sensitivity, empathy and compassion is expected from a doctor, which clearly is not the case here. His Twitter handle says, or rather his X handle says, he's a practicing cardiologist. So Mr. Senthil Kumar, from Padmaja Joshi's show, I want to ask you, you're a practicing cardiologist and not just, a member of parliament. When somebody who's ill or sick comes to you, do you ask, आप क्या छोले भटूरे खाने वाले पंजाब राज्य से हो, आप इडली सांभर खाने वाले तमिलनाडु से हो, या आप उसल पाव खाने वाले महाराष्ट्र से हो, या आप पखाल भात खाने वाले उड़ीसा से हो, या आप फिश करी राइस खाने वाले गोवा से हो, या आप मच्छी भाजी खाने वाले बंगाल से हो? Is that how you categorize your patients? Point number three, forget about the numbers. I just want to take you back to January 2023. R.S. Bharati is one of the organizational secretaries of Tamil Nadu DMK, not a small entity, very closely involved in the organizational hierarchy. And what did R.S. Bharati say? Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, people from these regions, they are only good at selling golgappas and pani puris. मतलब बिहारियों को आपने पानी पूरी वाला बता दिया, North Indians को आपने Gaumutra States वाला बता दिया. So I want to ask you one thing. Even Mizoram is one of the states which just announced results yesterday, and we got two MLAs elected from there, and both the regions which elected BJP, Sahai and Palak, these have a 90% plus literacy rate, and both are 90% plus Christian dominant. The limited point I'm making is, even so-called places which are not typical BJP bastions or in the Hindi heartland have en masse elected or selected the BJP. So stop this futile categorization. But I just want to end by saying one thing. I just want to end by saying one thing, Padmaja. You look at the manner in which the DMK rationalizes. Please, can I just finish it?
Okay, last 10 seconds, please. I really must open this up. Samajwadi Party and RJD are waiting. Yes.
I am appalled and, horrified by the manner in which the DMK and its top brass tries to rationalize every ignominy and every slur that is heard at the so-called cow belt or Gaumutra states. I've have not seen Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Vadra, who otherwise have an opinion on everything under the sun.
और इवन तेजस्वी यादव, लालू जी एंड नीतीश कुमार स्टेज कैसे शेयर कर लेते हैं उनके साथ? प्रोफेसर नवल किशोर
जम गया है,
कैसे उनके साथ स्टेज शेयर कर लेते हैं? वो तो आपको
पद्मजा जी
मानते हैं।
पद्मजा जी अरे पद्मजा जी सुनिए तो पहले, संजू वर्मा इतना देर बोलने के बाद ये नहीं बता पाई कि रमेश बिधूड़ी को प्रधानमंत्री, होम मिनिस्टर, जेपी नड्डा, किसी ने कोई सवाल नहीं पूछा उनके कहने पे, जबकि 555 पूरे पार्लियामेंट के अंदर, लोकसभा के अंदर पूरा देश देख रहा था।
Absolutely no other standard on Ramesh Biduri except what he said is execrable. My question to you is, you want to attack political leaders, you say what you want to Ramesh Biduri. Don't insult the voters. वो आकर के आपके वोटर्स को इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं, राजनीतिक पार्टी को नहीं कर रहे, वोटर को कर रहे हैं। प्रोफेसर साहब, वोटर को वो बोल रहे हैं कि गौमूत्र के लोग हैं।
आप उनसे पूछिए ना।
अरे इसमें कोई डिबेट ही नहीं है। रमेश बिधूड़ी ने जो बोला वो गलत है, निंदनीय है, हेनस है, हेनस। I don't even know the Hindi word for heinous. It is a heinous thing to have said. My question to you is, आप उस पार्टी के साथ कैसे मंच साझा करते हैं जो आपको ही नहीं आपके वोटर को गौमूत्र स्टेट बोलता है? गौमूत्र स्टेट कैसे इनके साथ खड़े हो जाते हैं आप? कैसे? हाउ डू यू ब्रेक ब्रेड विद देम?
अब आप सुन सकते हैं तो मैं बताता हूं आपको। आप बहुत अच्छा हिंदी बोल रहे हैं, अच्छे शब्द चुन के बोल रहे हैं और उसको हेडलाइन बनाते हैं, लेकिन आपने अभी तक संजू वर्मा से ये जवाब नहीं ले पाए कि प्रधानमंत्री ने बिधूड़ी जी को कंडेम किया था।
क्योंकि मैं जानती हूँ ये सवाल का जवाब लेना आप सिर्फ मुद्दे को भटका रहे हैं। मैंने ये संजू वर्मा ही नहीं, मैंने तेजस्वी सूर्या से भी पूछा ये बात। एंड आई हैव नो डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स इन अगेन रिइटरेटिंग व्हाट रमेश बिधूड़ी सेड इज अ हेनस थिंग टू से। विल यू से कि डीएमके आपको गाली देती है? प्रोफेसर साहब, डीएमके आपको, आपके राज्य को, आपके राज्य के लोगों को, आपके वोटर को गाली देती है और आप उनके साथ मंच साझा करते हैं। कैसे?
नहीं, गाली देने वाले तो सारे वहां पे हैं। वहां पे तो कहते हैं कि जो मुसलमान सब्जी का दुकान चलाता है उससे सब्जी मत खरीदो।
Shameful. Let me bring in IPC. By the way, I want to bring back Mr. Saravanan and Tushar Gupta at this point. Mr. Saravanan, you know, it's interesting that among the states, in his own wisdom, Senthil Kumar said that a non-Gomutra state is Telangana because look, they didn't vote for the BJP. Unfortunately for him, what he did not know is that on the day of polling, on the 30th of November, the man who is today declared the Chief Minister of non-Gomutra Telangana started his day by doing Go Puja. This is Revant Reddy and his wife who did Go Puja in the morning of December 30 before he went and cast his vote, Mr. Saravanan. So Telangana, unfortunately for you and Senthil Kumar, is as Gomutra state as Uttar Pradesh is. Now what?
No.
Will it be thrown out of the pantheon of the evolved states?
No, Padmaja, what's the point? See, he has
My point is that your wisdom is actually frustration.
No.
You think that people in the north are idiots, they are backward, they are stupid people who don't know any better, except that the lack of wisdom is perhaps in those who make these assumptions.
No, Padmaja, that is your feeling. I can't say anything about that. See, the only problem is this. You were talking about how it's a heinous thing. Oh, it's what Mr. Ramesh Biduri is a heinous thing. But what after that? Has there been any this thing?
At least there has been a privilege committee hearing into what he is doing. That probe is underway. What was done to Udayanidhi Stalin? What will be done even to Mr. Senthil Kumar? Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Zero. Nothing.
I'm inviting you to a show and you keep talking.
What was done to A. Raja?
I'm not here to listen to your monologue. I'm here to put across my point of view also.
But I'm answering your question. You said what was done. I am telling you that a committee inquiry is underway. What did you do to Mr. A. Raja?
With pin drop silence when Mr. Tejaswi Surya
What did you do to Mr. Raja?
Yeah, I will speak. I will come to that. You were speaking. You were saying, oh, throw away DMK. Why did you not say that in 1999? You have wanted us. You
Sir,
gave
why
us
do you want to talk
God.
about everything except the issue?
Even then, we
Answer
were
me,
supporting
answer
India.
me
Even
specifically.
then, we were
Will you
having
take
access
action
to
against
their
Senthil Kumar?
content. Even
Did you
then,
take action against A. Raja?
what
Did
is
you
happening
take action against Udayanidhi Stalin? I don't even think that rhetorical question can exist. What action will you take?
Wisdom of Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. All these ministers were there with him.
Padmaja,
Now, suddenly,
come in,
you
please.
want to have a different agenda. You want to obliterate the idea of India, the pluralism of India.
I want
That
to
is the-
obliterate the idea of India because
Yes, that
people
is
in
the-
Uttar
that
Pradesh
is
don't
what the
exist in the
BJP
idea of
trying to
India.
do. That is
Tushar
what the
Gupta,
BJP
and let's
trying to
keep
do.
that. Let's
BJP
keep
wants
those
to
visuals on
homogenize.
air
But
of
they want
Revant
to
Reddy
homogenize
because
it.
this
They are
image
saying,
singularly,
respect our
I think,
culture,
underscores
respect
the
their identity.
absolute myopia on the part of certain politicians who cannot see beyond their own biases. You have created this artificial construct of Gomutra and secular, intelligent versus stupid voters, bigoted versus good voters. That myopia is yours, sir, not the voters. Tushar Gupta.
पद्मजा, कांग्रेस का तो वो हाल होता जा रहा है या इस इंडिया अलायंस का कि कंगाली में आटा भी गीला हो रहा है। हिंदी बेल्ट में तो राउटिंग मिल ही गई, अब जो रही सही कसर थी, प्रोस्पेक्ट्स थे 2024 के, वो बाकी आलाई पार्टनर्स डुबा रहे हैं। डीएमके के एमपी ने जो आज कहा फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस से या फ्लोर ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट से, अविश्वसनीय है। आप ऐसे शब्द, ऐसे अभद्र शब्दों का इस्तेमाल कर भी कैसे सकते हैं, कैसे सोच सकते हैं? राहुल गांधी पहले शुरू हुए जितनी आबादी उतना हक, वो नहीं चला तो इलेक्शन के बाद बोलते हैं नॉर्थ और साउथ का फर्क है। आज वो भी काम नहीं कर रहा तो नॉर्थ के स्टेट ऐसे, नॉर्थ के स्टेट वैसे। Just because they cannot win the heart of the voters, they have now come down to mocking their wisdom. Padmaja, what worries me is that the RJD spokesperson was speaking a while ago, and little does he realize that the comments made by the DMK MP were not against the BJP voters or certain states. It was against everyone up north. And this includes voters who have kept RJD in power for a very, very long time. It includes the voters who are going to vote for the RJD again in 2024. And yet he chooses to accept the mistake that was made. He goes on to defend it. That is the part that worries me, that this alliance has gone so intellectually bankrupt that they're defending statements like these. But rest assured, the voters have seen through their hypocrisy. The voters will see through their hypocrisy. The Congress or the alliance might want to believe that there is some artificial border between the voters. But the information circulation, the people who will read the comments of this DMK MP, that has no borders, Padmaja. Internet has no borders. People will see through this. They read Stalin's statements, they'll read Senthil Kumar's statement as well, and they'll make their choice come 2024. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference to the Congress.
I mean, and look at the timing. January 2022, January 22 rather 2024, there is going to be the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. And then what do you have on the other side? On the other side, you have people who will be flocking to the Ram Mandir to pray, being dismissed as Gomutra people. IP Singh ji, ऐसा कैसे चलेगा? क्या बताएंगे अपने?
पद्मजा 2 मिनट हमें भी बोलने का आप वक्त दीजिएगा। बहुत समय बाद, 4 महीने बाद आपके साथ हम बैठे हैं।
आपको 4 मिनट दूंगी सर, हम दोनों ही गौमूत्र स्टेट से आते हैं, इतनी तो अफिनिटी है ना हमारी। गौमूत्र स्टेट टू गौमूत्र स्टेट। गो ऑन
प्लीज। देखिए, गोमूत्र जो है बहुत ही पवित्र होता है, और मैं चूंकि पूर्वांचल से, बिहार बॉर्डर से हम लोग आते हैं, तो गोमूत्र जब आदमी अपने जीवन के अंतिम समय में होता है तब गोमूत्र पान कराया जाता है, क्योंकि ये हमारी हिंदू धर्म की धारणा है कि उसे स्वर्ग प्राप्त होगा। तो गोमूत्र को लेकर अगर कोई बात कहता है तो मैं तो टाइम्स नाउ के साथ देश भर की मीडिया, अगर ऐसे लोग कोई बात कहते हैं तो उससे डिबेट नहीं करना चाहिए, उसका बाइकआउट करना चाहिए। जिस तरह से अनुराग ठाकुर ने कहा, गद्दारों को गोली मारो सालों को, अगर उन्हें मंत्री नहीं बनाया जाता,
कर देंगे,
अगर
बट उनकी खुद की पार्टी उनको बॉयकॉट नहीं कर रही ना, वो तो ससम्मान वापस आ जाएंगे, लोकसभा में बैठ जाएंगे आकर के। वो उनकी अपनी पार्टी कब बॉयकॉट करेगी, ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। आप कब बॉयकॉट करेंगे? ये तो बड़ा अच्छा है, मीडिया बॉयकॉट कर दे, मीडिया ना दिखाए, मीडिया उसको कवर अप कर दे। आप उनके साथ बैठ करके भोजन करें। क्यों भाई?
बीजेपी का काम
आप कीजिए ना बॉयकॉट, हम क्यों करें बॉयकॉट?
गाँव पहुंचाना चाहते हैं। जब यही डीएमके जब बीजेपी के साथ सरकार में थी तब तो मीठा मीठा गप गप कड़वा कड़वा थू तब तो बहुत अच्छा था। लेकिन अगर मैंने कहा कि अगर स्टालिन इस बात की अगर आलोचना न करे, उनके साथ उसका विरोध न किए हो, डीएमके का स्टेटमेंट हो, तो आप डिबेट करिए।
Okay, respond to this, Sanju Verma. The DMK was perfect when you needed their support. Now suddenly you find all their faults. Sanju Verma.
Okay. मैं भी एक बात साफ साफ कहना चाहती हूँ। पहले तो रमेश बिदुड़ी, because his name has cropped up in this debate a couple of times on Padmaja's show. When this happened and she asked me, I pointedly said I condemn such stereotyping of any particular community. But मुझे दोगलेपन से परहेज है। आप रमेश बिदुड़ी को तो कहते हैं कि जो उन्होंने कहा वो गलत किया, बट इन द सेम वे आप जब डीएमके पूरे हिंदू धर्म को गालियां देती है, सनातन को डेंगू मलेरिया के साथ कंपेयर करती है, तब आपके मुंह में दही जम जाता है। जब कांग्रेस के वरिष्ठ नेता मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे के बेटे प्रियंका खड़गे उदयनिधि स्टालिन के वक्तव्य को सही बताते हैं और कहते हैं उदयनिधि स्टालिन ने यदि सनातन धर्म को डेंगू और मलेरिया के साथ कंपेयर किया तो क्या बुरा हुआ, क्यों भौचाल आ गया? ये तो सही है जो उदयनिधि ने कहा, मैं भी उससे सहमति रखता हूं। तब आपके मुंह में दही जम गया, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे, प्रियंका खड़गे, इन सब के साथ आपकी सरकार, खिचड़ी सरकार सत्ता में है बिहार में, और समाजवादी पार्टी भी इस खिचड़ी सरकार की कहीं ना कहीं आप लोग वेटिंग फॉर द क्रम्स टू फॉल टू यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ बेनिफिट्स परकोलेटिंग डाउन। मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूं, मैं आज रमेश बिदुड़ी ने जो कहा उनके वक्तव्य का खंडन कर रही हूं, क्या आप टीआर बालू का खंडन करेंगे? सनातन धर्म इज इविल। क्या
आप मंत्री बनाएंगी? अनुराग ठाकुर की तरह बिदुड़ी को मंत्री बनाएंगी? रोज आपके मंत्री, आप चलिए जातिगत जनगणना पर बहस करिए। उत्तर प्रदेश के उप मुख्यमंत्री केशव प्रसाद मौर्य कहते हैं कि जातिगत जनगणना होनी चाहिए। आपकी जो पार्टनर अपना दल है उनकी मंत्री कहती है, उनकी अध्यक्ष।
मतलब अभी तक आपसे ये नहीं बोला गया कि सेंथिल कुमार को डीएमके को निकाल बाहर करना चाहिए। आप जातिगत जनगणना, रमेश बिदुड़ी, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी सब जगह पहुंच गए। मतलब अभी आप रशिया और स्टालिन भी पहुंच जाएंगे, बट एमके स्टालिन से दो सवाल नहीं पूछ पाएंगे। अभी में रहिए ना, अगली मीटिंग जब होगी तो क्या समाजवादी पार्टी खड़े होकर के डीएमके से बोलेगी सेंथिल कुमार को बाहर निकालिए?
उसको कोई नहीं लेता।
क्या समाजवादी पार्टी बोल पाएगी? कमर जमान चौधरी, कैन द Congress say it? Throw out Senthil Kumar. Can the Congress say it? And by the way, before you respond, everyone is full of jokes. It's like a sniggering thing about how funny Gomutra is. Actually, an answer to that was given by Oscar Fernandez way back when he was alive and he was in Parliament. He actually narrated an episode of what a cab driver told him about usage of Gomutra, and then he himself spoke of how yoga benefited him. Listen in to what Oscar Fernandez said, actually in the presence of Jairam Ramesh. Listen.
I was suffering from serious cancer. There was no treatment which could cure me. Ultimately, I came to this ashram. And in this ashram, I got a relief from Gomutra and my cancer was cured. And I have decided to serve this ashram. Lifetime I will serve in this ashram. I will not take up any job because this ashram has given me a new life, new lease of life.
Kamar Zaman Chaudhary.
Yeah, Padmaja, I am very thankful to you. For the last 4 to 5 years, I believe, coming on your show, debating on various topics. Tonight, I find myself common ground with you. When you are arranging the debate, the basic tone and tenor, the principle of this debate should be maintained by you. When other stereotype are being vilified for their customs, traditions and beliefs by the right-wing people in this country. Same time, I will expect Padmaja Joshi to stand up for those people also. Because when the sitting chief minister of a country, of a state in India, let me finish please. comes on live television and says, "हमको मियाँ vote नहीं चाहिए." That is called exclusion politics. So the hate that is begot by the Bharatiya Janata Party and its allied organization are being manifested somewhere or the other, because as you said, hate begets hate. So it is but natural that we must come to our senses and say, in a country with so much of diversity, we must be very careful whether not to hurt the sentiments of any linguistic or religious minorities or the majority of this country. That is what India is, that is what Bharat, that's what the Congress party feels. And particularly
on secularism, Padmaja Joshi को आप भाषण दे रहे हो on how she should maintain decorum and tone and tenor of the debate, but you are the same person whose leader Rahul Gandhi said कि मंदिरों में तो सिर्फ बलात्कार होते हैं. You belong to the same party which filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court in 2007 saying Maryada Purushottam Ram is just a figment of imagination of some people, perhaps in the cow belt. You are the same representative of a political party whose leader then Kapil Sibal, who then defected to the Samajwadi Party, said, "मेरे जीते जी राम मंदिर कभी बनने नहीं दूंगा. यदि राम मंदिर बना तो मैं आत्मदाह कर लूंगा." You are the same party which has also doubted the very existence of Ram Setu when Pradhan Mantri Modi built the Kashi Vishwanath corridor. क्या आपके राहुल बाबा ने एक ट्वीट पोस्ट की that yes, the Kashi Vishwanath corridor is something that resurrects Hindu legacy? Did you have one positive thing to say about the Ujjain Mahakal corridor, which again is a resurrection of Hindu legacy? No. वैसे तो आपके राहुल गांधी हर चीज पर, everything under the sun, he has an opinion.
Okay.
But Ujjain Mahakal पर उनके मुंह में दही जम गया.
Okay. Mr. Saravanan, final question I want to ask you. You say that he has apologized. There are many other leaders who are in the pantheon of worthies who have made derogatory statements in the past. When are we going to see action? Or is it just going to be like, I slapped you, sorry, let's move on?
See, when we speak of hatred, the Supreme Court has issued solid guidelines. What has the BJP done? If we have to follow that, it will be all the BJP leaders who will be booked because of this hate and divisive speeches. And divisive agenda is the only agenda of the BJP. Why they keep up trumping up these emotional issues so that they don't have to answer.
About your action. You started by saying what Senthil Kumar did was wrong. So now what? Are you going to act against him?
What action did Mr. Modi take against Pragya Thakur, against Ramesh Biduri, against Anurag Thakur, against Giriraj Singh, who said Godse is a worthy son of the soil? He is a union minister. Is Mr. Mahatma Gandhi the most revered patriot? Is he not the father of our nation? And what action the BJP has taken against everybody who has spoken or eulogized Godse?
Okay. So I think the answer lies in your comment. There is going to be no action whatsoever. Anyhow, the voters, I think, in the recent election results have shown us that they don't need you to take action. They will take action in the manner that politicians recognize the best, through the EVM. Thanks very much, gentlemen, and Sanju Verma. The results for 5 states are